Hello everyone, the Klaus here, and today guys I'm gonna review a slicer combiner, also known as Strobots in the US. So today I'm gonna review UltraRex. Yesterday it was Robotops, so now of course it's UltraRex. So here's the instruction booklet of Judge. And turn this, and here we go. You have the UltraRex. Well, you have a picture of UltraRex, by the way, which can be made with Judge, Jungle, Rock, and Energy, also known as Jet, Amazon, Granite, and Electro. So once again, like Robotops, Lego will just provide you excuse me, with two instruction for just two parts, so the head and the body itself. So the head first, then the body, and that's all. So of course it's because you can easily make, in fact, by yourself the legs, as you can see right here, also the arms and the tail. So with just these pictures, if well, even if you're not really smart, but even if you're smart or not, you can make yourself these legs without any instructions. So now for the set itself and how it works, so it's made, of course. So first of all, we got this frame, which is the frame, the body frame used on Electro, Judge, and Work. So for all the four-legged guy, and also for Judge, which is a two-legged guy, by the way. So the frame itself. Now we're gonna, I think, link the tail, maybe first. Yes, the tail. So you recognize this part with one ball joint on this side, and the other side, these sides are full of kind of not. I'm not really sure you can call this gears, but still these parts are kind of similar to some geared part. Two connectors linked with an axle of 3, and then the throwing disc arm, of course. So we're gonna link this way. And now we're gonna link the legs. So all the legs are made, well, it's pretty simple. Here's the white one. So as you can see, two connectors, then two slicer arms or legs, because they are used as both. Some connectors, a long axle to link on other connectors, a little gears to just for the design, I guess, to cover the empty space. Some slicer arms, slicer shoulder pads, and then some slicer lift arm. And that's all. That's all. So we're gonna link this connector right here, and this one. I'm gonna make sure I make no mistake with this. Yes, it's like that. So the first leg is linked. Then the second one, which is of course exactly the same. Of course, the color chain is made from the colors of the 4 different slicers. So of course, you will find some black, purple, teal green, tan, dark gray, yellow, green, and stuff like that. So tons of colors once again. Now we're gonna link the arms, so they are made kind of like the energy wings. This means this little axle of 3 plus a little gear, then slicer shoulder pad, and of course throwing disc arm. We're gonna link this part right there. So of course this gear will touch this one. Now for the second arm, which once again is the same. And finally, we're gonna link the head. So all the head is made, well, it's pretty simple. Two, as you can see, slicer arms, so nothing really complex. Then a slicer body frame, a big gears, you can see. Then a head. So in fact, it's quite like a normal slicer body frame with the body itself, and then the head, which is directly linked on the gears, which allows some little gear gimmicks, if I can say so. The only difference here is that we're gonna link another head, the energy head on the white there, which will be useful, of course, to make kind of a jaw, because this part is supposed to be a mouth. And now we're gonna link these two connectors on the axle of 3 I've shown you earlier, so like that. And here we go. The model is done. So now I'm going to talk about the articulation. So maybe first, first I'm going to talk about the gimmicks. the little gears and how it works. So, well, this part is you move the tail back, yes, backward or back in the rear position, and it will of course open the arms. So, works pretty nice. And then of course you got this gear right here, which is useful to make the head go up or down. So, up and down right here. And now for the ball joints themselves, the ball joints. Well, you got two of them. Well, four of them on the head neck part. So this means you can turn this part, well, excuse me, like that or like that. And then this section can be turned in this way. And of course, you can also turn this part in this way. So kind of like the Robotop's legs, but with more range. Because the head now can really turn in some not really nice way, but it's look okay. Oh yeah, of course, so you can kind of try to close or open the mouth at some different levels, if you want to. No. Well, okay, you can open or close the mouth. Then two ball joints for the tail itself, so one here and one there. Well, nothing really exciting. On the legs themselves, you got 1, 2, 3, and kind of 4. I just count, in fact, not well. So yes, 8 ball joints in total. But I mean, this is one articulation, by the way. This is another one. The same goes here, and well, you can. In fact, you can just split the legs or not with this type of articulation, because they just moves on the sides, not back and forth, in fact, because as you can see, when I try to make that, you can't really make the one leg in you can't really make, yes, you can really put him in a walk mode, in a walk pose, in fact, because he's, you can just spread or not his legs kind of like that, or like this. Which in fact a change is 8. Is size, excuse me. And yeah, I think that's all for the notifications, guys. So now I'm gonna do a little sum up really quickly on this Ultra X combiner model. So first of all, the color scheme. Well, once again, when you have a combiner made with 4 different sets with 4 distinctive color schemes, well, you can't really expect the best in terms of color scheme. And well, I think on this one it's kind of like Robotops. It's okay, but there is some colors which don't really mix well with the other colors. I think, for example, of the tan color, which really yes, which don't really mix well. The same goes kind of for the yellow, but the yellow is on the neck, on the arms, and on the head, so it's okay. But apart from that, I mean, the teal green and the energy color, the purple color, and the blacks mix pretty well. So yeah, again, it's okay. It's okay, nothing really exceptional. Then you got the part selection, and once again, like Robotops, there was no really the use of specific parts. So, for example, you will not find the katana of Jungle or his antenna, the little propellers of Judge. You will just find, in fact, kind of like Robotops, the connectors, the slicer's arms, the slicer heads, and well, this time some slicer lift arm, which is quite different because this part were not used on the Robotops model, and well, CT got like 4 of this part, so they could have been used. So yes, it's okay. Again, nothing really exceptional. It's mostly generic parts. Then you got the construction itself, which is I thought that Robotops was quite interesting on some aspects, and I think that Ultra X is less interesting because while the head, firstly, nothing spectacular. It's a normal slicer body frame, just another head which is linked right there to make kind of a jaw, but it's not that interesting. So this is the only interesting part, I think, because the legs, again, are not really that. It's okay, yes. I think it's the body frame because it shows you how to put numerous connectors on a little body frame, because it's really, even if it has got like tons of axles which stands out, it's still sometimes quite hard to connect tons of connectors on this little frame. And so it shows you how this works, and I think that was the most interesting aspect in the construction itself, which is in fact not that yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's even a poor construction, I have to admit. You have the gimmicks and articulation, so the gimmicks work pretty well. In fact, the two slicer gimmicks, because you have one with the body frame and one with the two different body frames. So one here to move up or down the head, and one here to close or open the arms. So I think it works pretty nice. Then you got the articulations. The neck works pretty well, but the legs, like I said, you can just in fact open the legs or close them. So it's it's not interesting in terms of posability. You can't really make tons of pose, like a pose of him running or stuff like that. Plus, of course, the fact that the arms are really not really articulated. And then you got the overall design. So yes, the overall design, I have to admit, is of course more original than Robotops, because of course it's this time feature kind of like a Raptor or a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So it's kind of original. It's I think you see Robotops in fact was just a guy with two legs, so nothing really exceptional. This time it's based on a dinosaur, so it can be interesting. But overall, even if it's more original, it's I think it's not better made, in fact, in terms of construction or in terms of design. I think it's look cool when you look the model kind of from far away. But if you look the model close, you will see that it's not really that cool. It's just okay, sometimes poor in terms of construction and stuff like that. So if you want my ultimate sum up on this guy, I will say that it's more original than Robotops, and it's pretty different than Robotops. So I think that's original, because Lego could just have done two exact same type of combiners model, but that's not the case. And that's a good point. But on the other side, the model itself is not really a good combiner. I mean, it's okay, but I mean, maybe it was too. It tried too hard for its time. I think maybe Lego should have waited to make some kind of a dinosaur combiner model, because with just this simplistic and generic parts, you can make it really works well. It's okay, but just from far away, when you look it from a close point of view, it will you will see that it's not that perfect. It's not that all interesting. It's original, but could have been made better. But maybe not in 1999. So that will be all for this review, guys. Hope you enjoy the review and the model, of course, even if the model, as you have seen, is far from perfect. But still, and of course, if you have any questions or comments on this video or on the set itself, feel free to post them in the comment section of this video. And I think that will be all, guys. So see you tomorrow, I think, for the review of Dynamo, the third and final official combiners of the slicer. So hope you enjoy, and see you later. Bye bye.